My name is Riley, and I'm in the 7th grade. I go to Manchester, and today I'm with Ben, and he's a former soccer player and works at White's.
Yep.
Okay, so where did you work in? What did you do?
Yeah, so I work for White's Residential and Family Services and a little portion of that called Compass Rose Academy. And so we work with teenagers from all over the country. And so my job is to supervise a lot of the staff and train them and teach them our therapeutic model. So I got my degree as in Master's in Counseling. And so I work to provide therapeutic services to them.
And what college did you go to?
I went to Geneva College for my undergraduate degree in psychology, and then I went to Huntington University to get my master's in counseling.
And did you play soccer at Huntington, or?
I played soccer at Geneva.
And did you play it all the sophomore, senior?
Yep, I played all 4 years and was part of the varsity team all 4 years.
Okay, what is your typical day at work?
My typical day at work starts with coming into a morning check-in with all the staff to make sure things are going okay and that the kids are getting taken care of. And then from there, kind of getting through a lot of different emails. So hitting the delete button a lot, reading the ones that are really important, kind of deciphering through that. And then from there, it's a lot of meetings with staff to make sure they're getting the training they need, and then running therapy groups with the students that come into our program.
As a kid, what'd you want to be when you grew up?
In elementary school, I wanted to design airplanes. And so I loved science and building, and I had more Legos than you could ever think of. And so I just always wanted to design and build and work on airplanes. And so I pushed hard into science and math and physics all through school, thinking I was going to go be an engineer and then join the Air Force. And so when I got to college, I realized, wow, I don't know if I actually like engineering. And so I switched my major and changed into psychology because I really wanted to work and be with people.
And is it good? Is it fun?
I love what I do. Yeah, it's been really fun for me to relax more and use more of my strengths and my passions and get to work and help people, and that's really fun for me.
If you didn't work with the people, what was your second job that you would do?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I might have pursued working in design of some kind with physics design of some kind. I think I would really like that. My brain is like solving problems and kind of putting together pieces.
Okay, so what was different about being in college than what you're doing now?
In college, I had a lot of freedom. I was able to manage my own time. I had a class schedule, but then when I didn't have classes, there was time to kind of figure out what I wanted to do. Did I want to study? Did I want to hang out with my friends? Did I want to take a nap? Did I want to go to the coffee shop and hang out? And then I also played soccer, and so we had to train a lot. We had practice every day, sometimes twice a day. And then when we had different matches, we would travel, and I'd have to kind of rearrange my classes and go to that. And so there was just more freedom and more time to have less responsibility. I didn't have to worry so much about budgeting and supervising, and this I was able to focus more on just some studies and putting time into school, but also just kind of building friendships and playing soccer.
Now, was your team really good, or?
We were pretty good, yeah. My 4 years at Geneva, we had the most wins out of any 4-year period, and we actually finished second in the nation and lost in the national championship.
Against?
We lost to California Baptist University. So we got to take a whole week off of school and fly down to Florida and got free hotel, free food, got a free flight down there, and we just played soccer for a week and won a bunch of games and progressed through the tournament. And then we lost 2-1 in the finals, and it was a really, really close match.
Okay. When you were a student, what was like your favorite classes and stuff?
My favorite classes were physics. It just made sense to me, and I kind of understood it, and I had some really good teachers that made it really fun, and we had some awesome projects. Like we had to build a roller coaster, so that was pretty cool. And then I also really liked my senior English class because it was a lot of debate and group projects, reading aloud, being challenged and pushed in different ways. So that was really fun for me.
Okay. What advice do you give to kids like wanting to do your job and stuff?
Yeah. The biggest part of my job is having a care for people. And so making sure that we can work on our selfishness. Because a lot of people are just kind of looking out for their own good. And one of the things I have to do in my job is make sure that what I'm doing isn't selfish, it's for the other person. And so I have to make sure my motives are pure, my heart's in the right place, and that my focus and attention is on someone else and looking at what's best for their life, not just what's best for me. And sometimes that can be really tough to do, and so I've had to grow a little bit in that.
How long do you work per day? Like, what'd you say?
Yeah, sometimes I work 6 hours and I'm able to flex my hours and go home early. And then there's some days I have to work 16 hours in a day. And those are the long ones. I'm going in about 6 a.m. and I'm leaving at about 10 p.m. And I'm just constantly going and going and going and going and going. And it can be a little crazy.
I have one last question. Why'd you pick soccer?
Why did I pick soccer? I love soccer. I really found a lot of joy through soccer. All of my friends played soccer, and so we grew up together just playing and pushing each other and working really hard. And then it started to just come easier to me the more work I put into it. So I played year round. I played indoor and outdoor and spring and fall and summer and played as much as I could and was on travel teams. And it was just really special for me to have those memories and experiences. And so as I kept getting better at it, I had some more opportunities. And so was able to play college soccer and just continue to push through on that.
Did your parents come to most of the games and stuff?
Yes. In high school, my dad was the assistant coach, and so he was always there, which was sometimes really nice and sometimes really hard. And so both my parents were at a lot of my games, and then they traveled out to see some of my college games as well.
Well, I have no more questions, but it was nice meeting you.
Hey, nice to meet you too, man. I'm glad we got to hang out for a little bit.